Hey, I'm Dr. Brett. I'm back with the fundamentals of the mental game. I talk a lot about the power of presence, the power of patience, the power of poise, the power of perseverance, and the power of perspective. Today I want to talk about the power of patience, and one of the fundamental principles here is called slowing it down. A lot of people make mistakes in life in part because they're rushed. I mean, think about it. Think about your life. Many of those mistakes that we make were somehow, when we look back on it, we were rushing, right? There's this former golf commentator, Peter Costas, who worked for CBS Sports. I really like that guy. He worked there for a long, long time. And one of the things he used to repeat over and over, because I loved watching the last 2 or 3 hours of the PGA Tour on Sundays. Right now, we're in the world of COVID where the tour is not temporarily live. I can't wait till it comes back. I know a lot of people are missing sports, but in those last 2 or 3 hours, it's so fascinating because on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon, this is what it's all about. That's when, people get a chance to either win or lose a golf tournament. And a lot of times people will lose the tournament when they start to rush. In other words, they start to make mental errors first. This is something Peter Costas talked about many, many times. The first thing to go is the mental error, and then you make physical errors based on that. But one of the fundamental mental errors that a lot of people make, especially golfers under pressure, but people in general in life, is they forget to relax and they start to speed up. And in other words, they're not slowing it down and being in the moment. They start to rush. They start to speed up their pre-shot routines. They start to speed up their lives. Think about car accidents. A lot of people get into accidents when they're in a rush. They're hurrying. Think about walking out your front door when you're in a rush. You might miss a step, right? That's a really good way to tear a ligament in your ankle or something like that. So many times in life, we forget to actually slow it down and get in the moment and actually learn how to do one thing at a time. We live a little bit in an ADD culture where people are, their attention spans are limited, and then there's this sort of bragging thing that people do about being able to multitask. I'm not a huge fan of multitasking because too often in life, it's really a way of avoiding the moment. They're doing 3 or 4 things, but they're not really slowing it down and being in the moment for one thing at a time and doing that one thing amazingly well. So we're going to slow it down. Hey, I'm Dr. Brett.